Donald Trump is great at winging it, but now he's become prey for comedians thanks to an eagle.
The eagle's agitated because his dead brother is on Donald's head, but it does feel, and yeah. Oh.
What's that old saying? Kids and animals can sense the truth? Or is it children and animals know good and bad people? Whatever it is, that eagle did not like the orange man. Conservatives come out to play. Welcome to Conservative Fools Exposed. We've gathered some clips that many of you have probably already seen. However, because of the last clip and the fact that many of these clips came out before the orange man was in office makes you wonder, how did the maggots vote for him? Let's start it off with this clip he did in an interview with Howard Stern. We found out the real reason he purchased beauty pageants.
Go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting.
Right,
I want to make sure that
like
everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Now, you see that he says he's inspecting it because he's the owner. He's checking out everything while everybody's getting dressed. And then he casually adds, I can get away with things like that. Nasty old man. This next clip makes you wonder, this fool really believes he can get away with anything.
You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
So what kind of a man sees a 10-year-old girl and then tells her, I'm going to be dating you in 10 years? We all know the orange man is the type of man that the laws on the books exist because of men like him. No way a man is going up an escalator and see a young woman and even say anything to her.
Donald Trump knew that I was 13 because the first night that I was there, Tiffany actually suggested that, and she had a whole bunch of different wigs, and I expressed interest in them. I always told her that I would love to walk around with blue hair, and so I tried some on, and there was a blonde wig that she said that looked great on me, so I wore that wig, and Donald Trump had specifically asked about me because I remind him of his daughter, and she said, well, she's 13 as well. So he knew the first time that he saw me, but he took a liking to me because I look like his daughter.
So here's someone saying when she was 13 years old that he reminded her of his daughter. Can you believe that, man? Can you believe this, man? But now she's speaking out. And it's just too many incidents like this. That shows how creepy of a man he is. Like in this 2004 interview with Howard Stern, where he is talking about a troubled actress.
What do you think of Lindsay Lohan, Howard?
I think she's hot.
There's something there, right?
Yes.
But you have to like freckles. I've seen a close-up of her chest.
Yes.
And a lot of freckles. Are you into freckles?
This is an old, creepy man. Very, very disgusting.
If the father's a wreck like the way he is,
right?
You imagine the sex with this troubled
Yeah,
teen?
you're probably right. She's probably deeply troubled and therefore great in bed.
Back in the day.
How come the deeply troubled women,
Yes.
Deeply, deeply troubled,
Right.
they're always the best in bed? If for some reason what I said is true, I mean, they're just unbelievable.
I could tell from the...
You don't want to be with them for the long term, but for the short term, there's nothing like it.
Lindsay Lohan was 17 or 18 years old when this man said those things. And he was close to 60. Close to 60. And this was around the time he was hanging out with his buddy Jeffrey Epstein, which he denies. He denies he was hanging out with Epstein. What happened when Epstein was asked about Trump and underage girls in his deposition?
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
I know the moment all the MAGA was sitting there going, say no, Jeffrey, just say no. No, but that man pleaded the 5th. Now, we all know if you a man, if you never messed with no underage girls, you know at that moment you're going to say no. You're going to say no. But Epstein just confirmed that they all guilty. This man was under oath. That's why he didn't want to just answer the question. And all the MAGAs out there going, man, we voted for this creepy ass man. Yes, you did. But it's not just about young women with this man. He has no respect for women in general. In general. Remember this viral moment?
She used to be she's still very beautiful.
I moved on her, actually. You know, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
That's huge news there.
No, Nancy.
Yeah.
No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. Then all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look.
She's your girl's hot as shit. In the purple.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, the Donald has scored.
Whoa.
Oh, my man. Wait, you got to look at me when you get out of your
Sets this up.
That is very
Will you give me the thumbs
Look
up?
at you. You are a
You
piece.
got to put the thumbs up. You got to get the thumbs up. Can't be too happy.
else off first? Yeah, let me.
It's very
You
fun.
got to give me the thumbs up.
All right, you and I will walk down.
Oh, my God.
Maybe it's a different one.
Better not be the publicist. No, it's her. It's
Yeah, that's her, with the gold. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
Look at those legs. All I can see is the legs.
No, it looks good.
He brags about making moves on a married woman, about kissing them whenever he wants to, and then says outright, grab him in the pussy. And the man still got put in office after all this. But it's not even as shocking as the things he said about his daughters. His daughters make you understand why Child Protective Services was created. Why they never went to the Trump house and double checked. Listen to him in this interview with Whitney Williams, what he said about his daughter.
Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
What? Did he just say something sexual about his own daughter? No way. Maybe this was a mistake. But look at Ivanka's face. It's like she knows her dad is a creep, not just because of that statement, but because he's made many creepy ones. Let's see what he said in an interview in 2006 on The View about his daughter.
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
That man said that. What do you mean you would date your own daughter? You shouldn't even be looking at your daughter like that, man. Maybe I didn't hear him right. I need to hear that in the full context. Let's see what he really meant.
So, Donald, all right, I'm afraid to ask this question, but what would you do, Playboy put Ivanka on the cover of the magazine and she had not...
This is going to be an interesting answer.
He doesn't even want you to have a drink. I know him, so...
It would be really disappointing. Not really. But it would depend on what was inside the magazine.
If she posed, it would be fine, but if they put her picture on...
Yeah, but it depends on what goes inside the magazine.
Well, see, that's her gripe. That's this girl's gripe.
And
People
there was
assume
nothing.
there'll be nude photos.
Right, you do assume that with
Misleading.
Playboy.
Okay,
But if there weren't, you wouldn't have an issue with it then. If they were using her to...
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it. Oh, it's so weird. Stop
You know what? You are sick.
I know,
Yeah.
isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
So how
Well, you're
terrible?
known for saying
Is that
outrageous
terrible?
things,
Weird.
Mr.
Just like
Trump.
me. Who are you, Woody Allen?
So he really did say that, speaking about his daughter in the context of her being in the Playboy magazine. And then he laughs it off with that Woody Allen reference. Who would have done that? But this next clip is when I knew he was guilty, folks. This is when I knew the man was guilty. I knew he was guilty. I knew already, but when I seen this clip, I knew. This is him talking about his daughter, Tiffany, the one he had with Marla Maples. They asked him, what do you see that's similar to her mother? And this is what he said.
She's really a beautiful baby, and she's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
Dang, folks, he said that about his daughter. She was only 1 or 2 years old. Commenting on her legs. And then saying, why you looking at your 2-year-old daughter's chest? Saying she don't have this. Why? Man, this dude is creepy. What happened to you as a child, Donald Trump? Something happened, man. Nobody is this creepy. This man is a real creep. Yes! This is the point we realize this man has a serious problem. It's beyond the Epstein list. Why is he even in office? How could you MAGAs vote for this man? After seeing all these videos, most of these video clips came out before he was the president. And you MAGAs still voted for him. It's a damn shame.